I want to explain why, in my opinion, GTA 6 is getting a little bit of a pass. Because I usually say, oh, 30 FPS. That's unacceptable. Okay, you cannot release a game that runs at 30 FPS on the consoles that shouldn't be even allowed to sell. Okay, that is not a gaming experience. That's not even enough for movies. Okay, so why I didn't mention that, when I give you my impressions about that trailer, because we know that game is not going to run at 60 FPS on the consoles. No way. Okay? So why is it okay with GTA 6? Well, think about this, man. It's one game at least every 10 years. Okay? And they are aiming for the best thing ever, in my opinion. Why? Because we know Rockstar level of care and detail, okay, to the extremes. They are trying to do something that's just ridiculous. Okay, so it should be judged with a different standard. Now, that doesn't change the fact that if GTA 6 comes out right now and I cannot get 100 frames per second or at least 60 frames per second locked with a great picture quality, I am not going to play it. Okay? You can give me the game for free right now with all the excitement that I have. I would not play the game if I cannot get a rock solid 60 FPS with a fantastic picture quality. So what I mean by that is, if I have to lower to DLSS quality to upscale from 1080p, and I'm getting 60 FPS, a lot of shimmering on the hair, which we saw on the trailer. The anti-aliasing is not great. It looks kind of blurry, or it looks sharp, but you see a lot of staircase effect, a lot of aliasing. I'm not gonna play the game, okay? But here's the thing. When is GTA 7 coming out? Okay? More than 10 years after, probably. So I am okay with knowing, okay, this is the best game ever created. I'm gonna wait until I get a GPU that can run it, or a PC in general that can run that game well enough, and then I'm gonna play it. I am okay with that, specifically with GTA 6. Now, I would not buy the game on the consoles. I'm sorry. I would not play at 30 FPS. Okay? I would not play at 30 FPS. That's unacceptable. Still, even for Rockstar. Okay? But the reason why I am excited about it, even if I cannot play it today, is because I see what they're trying to do. And if the game looks like the trailer, and I think it is totally realistic, okay? I think that trailer is totally possible because we can see the defects on the trailer. You see, if they release a trailer where you don't see any aliasing whatsoever, they are advertising this game to be running on the consoles, is 60 FPS. I would say, well, that's impossible, okay? But they are releasing a trailer that's running at 30 FPS with aliasing, so we know that's upscaling from 1440p or even lower for sure in a lot of scenes. And you say, okay, well, that looks realistic. It's still insane, because the draw distance from the top is just unbelievable. So I wonder if you're driving through the city and you see no popping, because we know GTA 5 popping was horrendous, and that's definitely a huge challenge. And that engine, it seems like it is like a big problem for that. But yeah, that's the thing, man. It is a different level of the scope. It's just on another level, okay? So I understand that, specifically GTA 6, I understand that you would say, okay, I'm just gonna wait a little bit, 2 years, maybe even 3-4 years to have a PC that can run that game the way it should be running. But I would not buy it. Let me tell you, GTA 6 comes out, it doesn't perform well, I would not buy it now. I would wait, and then I get it for cheaper. Okay? It's that simple. And then the online is gonna be, more developed at that time, and everything's gonna be better. So that's my take. That's why I am so positive about it, because it's just a different game. It's a different level of ambitions, okay? And I really like that. Now, some people, they have that standard, or that expectation for every single game, and so they are okay with Alan Wake, full path tracing of that. I'm not okay with Alan Wake, because in my opinion, that's not a game that's aiming for that level. Okay, it's just a, it takes you by the hand, go here, go there, and do your thing. It's not the same. So I'm not okay with it. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna see this Avatar. I'm thinking, oh man, should I get it? To be honest, the only reason why I would try to get Avatar, so I'll probably do like a $15, 1 month subscription, then cancel it, so I can have access to Avatar, and just to make some videos. So that's the only reason why I would try to install it right now, just to make some videos about it. But it is not performing well enough. It is not performing well enough. I saw a video with a 3080, which is what I have. I have a 3080 12 gigabytes. So just the base 3080, which is about the same. It was 60 FPS. You can get a lock 60 FPS with DLSS performance, medium settings, with FSR 3 frame generation. That's just not good enough, man. I'm sorry. A 3080 playing games at 1080p with frame generation. So we're talking about like about 30 to 40 frames per second at upscaling from 1080p with medium settings. That is not acceptable, man. You cannot release a game that runs like that today, okay? Unless it's GTA 6. Why? Because you have to wait 10 years before the next one comes out. So I would not play it. Same standard for GTA 6 in that case. I would not buy it. I would not play it today, but I would be happy just to see that there is a game that is worth, you spending an insane amount of money to get a PC that's just mind-blowing 3 years after, or something like that. So that's my take. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you think about this new Avatar game? What do you think about GTA 6? When are you gonna be playing that game at 120 frames per second, or even 240 frames per second, so we can get that HDR with 4 milliseconds of persistence, so the motion clarity is great on an OLED. So when do you think you're gonna be playing GTA 6, okay, with a 240 hertz OLED 4K at 240 frames per second? Okay, so you can get HDR. I truly believe the HDR is gonna be flawless. I would bet anything the HDR in GTA has to be flawless. Why I say that? Because one of the highest points, in my opinion, on that trailer was the color grading. The colors, they are so spot on. It was, when I saw just the colors, how the water, the sand, the sky, the colors are so fantastic. I cannot believe that they have that level, and then they just implement HDR and it's just washed out black level rays. It's just incomprehensible. I cannot believe that. I would bet that the HDR in GTA 6 is gonna be absolutely flawless. It cannot be a different way. It wouldn't make any sense, okay? We have that mess on Red Dead Redemption 2, because when Red Dead Redemption came out, HDR was just not even a consideration, okay? It was just on its infancy. So what they did was just a mess. And I don't know why they haven't fixed it. They don't care that much. But with a new game they work on, I don't believe the HDR is gonna be that mess. It cannot be. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions, and if you have any questions. And by the way, I've been, of course, you can see the production has been lowered on the channel. I've been very busy for very good reasons, family reasons. So yeah, family goes first, okay? But I am planning to be a little bit more free, and so I can start making videos again consistently every day like I like to do. And of course VR is coming. I have to figure that out still. And yeah, I'm gonna play GTA 5 VR. I was setting that up, but I haven't had time to set it up. And once I figure it out, I'm gonna make a tutorial and tell you step by step how to do it. There are some games that the VR mods, you have to pay for them, which is like, I'm not paying for any mods. I'm sorry. And I'm definitely not promoting the user that is charging for mods for VR. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to get paid, but I'm not gonna promote that. So yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but if it's free, I'm gonna tell you, but I'm not gonna promote that because mods should be free. I've never paid for any mods ever, okay? To pay for a program so you can use your VR headset with gaming. There are other mods so you can play unsupported VR games on 3D even. I'm not promoting that. I'm sorry. So all the tutorials I'm gonna do and the things I'm gonna tell you, I will never mention like, just buy this program. That's just nonsense in my opinion. I'm sorry. So yeah, let's see what we can do without having to pay anything. Of course, I'm not gonna promote piracy either, but I'm not paying for none of that crap. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions and if you have any questions.